I think the way I would define social knowledge management is that it's about relationships. It's about looking at the organisation. It's about looking at knowledge management through the lens of relationships. But the way people have come to it is not so much through that lens. They've come through it more through the lens of how can we take, if you like, traditional social media tools and apply them in a knowledge management context. So how can we take Twitter? How can we take Facebook? How can we take wikis? How can we take those tools that were developed for the web, so-called Web 2.0 tools, and how can we apply them inside the organisation to meet sort of knowledge management objectives?
Hasn't knowledge management always been largely to do with relationships between people inside and outside organisations?
Well, interestingly, to my mind and to a lot of people, yes, that's true. But in the very early days of knowledge management, and certainly today, it was very database centric. There was this whole idea that you could capture knowledge, you could encode it as information, or you could encode it as explicit knowledge, store it in databases, and make it available to people. And that wasn't really about relationships. It was a very IT-centric, database-centric sort of view of the world. Other people, maybe like myself, saw it much more through the lens of people, and much through the lens of conversations and relationships, and about bringing people together, often face to face, to actually share that information, rather than through sort of the medium of a computer.
I find this view very interesting because I always felt that there was too big an emphasis in the field of knowledge management on getting your intranet going, getting your computer running, getting your technology in place. So we're going to take a major step beyond that.
I mean, to me, all that stuff, intranet, portals, databases, has actually got very little to do with knowledge management. That's all information management if you think about it. IT is fundamentally, in that sense, about information. Now, to do good, to my mind, knowledge management is about informal learning. It's about learning from each other. It's about better understanding your organisation, better understanding your corporate strategy, about understanding the context that you're operating in. It's about making better decisions. It's about innovation. Now, all that stuff takes place in the human mind. It doesn't take place inside a database or a computer.